whatever type of organization you're with or team that you're working with, whether it's corporate, research and development, or basketball team, the topic of motivation is very huge. In industry, there's a lot of talk about employee engagement, customer engagement, being able to motivate them to work hard, to engage with you, to purchase from you. And with a team, obviously the motivation to work hard, not just in the season, not just in games, but in the off season. How can we make that happen? I've done a lot of research through my roles as a consultant and a coach, and I found myself asking the question a lot, can we truly motivate people? There's clearly a distinction between extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic is external. You're doing it for a trophy, you're doing it for a paycheck, or someone's just pushing you to do it. And then the intrinsic is something internal to you, something that drives you that's different than those external rewards. So I continue to ask myself that question, can we really motivate people? I really don't think so. I think we can momentarily, but I think what's more important is that we create an environment and create a mentality to encourage the intrinsic motivation for people, help them understand their motives, to help them understand how their motives and other motives can work together for a greater good. But it's all got to come back to them and what they are looking for. I have the phrase here, looking. I think truly motivated people are going to do the right thing when no one is looking. That's, I think, a good sign of motivation. Are they working out in the off season? Are they leaving work early? Are they taking shortcuts and just doing things good enough? Again, it's not a perfectionist mentality, but there is a point of doing what's required versus, oh, who's going to notice? So what do you do when no one's looking or when no one may discover what you really did? And I think that's an important point of just being accountable, but also motivation. However, on the other hand, the one thing I have found that leaders, whether it's organizational leaders or coaches, can do is they can demotivate. And you see occurrences of that all the time, how pay raises and reviews are handled, the way project tasks are delivered, how they're recognized, how teams are recognized. I have and I don't think it's motivational, but in that sense, but it avoids demotivation by trying to start every player with a positive comment at the beginning of practice. In the first 10 minutes, the goal is to try and say something positive to every player. It's hard to achieve, but that at least puts them in the right frame of mind, whether compared to trying to correct them and just always being negative. And yet at the same time, our job as leaders and as coaches is to improve people, and you improve by pointing out deficiencies. And so I think there needs to be that conversation that you're trying to help them get better, and that understanding, that trust, and that caring. And so I see a lot of leaders demotivate, and I think if we take actions on avoiding demotivation and helping them understand their intrinsic motivations, then they'll do those things that they need to be done that we'd prefer that they do when no one's looking. And so that's at least my view on motivation. If you have a different view, I'd love to hear it. But this is years of research and years of execution with a variety of organizations and with totally different cultures, and certainly different basketball teams with different, between summer camps and otherwise. A lot of this comes into play in all those situations, and I think the principles are solid. If you would like help motivating your team on a new product development, on winning or performing better on the court, give us a call at Perry Solutions. We'd like to help motivate your team with you.